I wanted to talk briefly today about the plane crash that took place in Grozny, or on the way to Grozny from Azerbaijan, from Baku. And I want to preface by saying that I'm going to talk later to Tim Atkinson, who's an expert and who knows significantly more about the reasons for plane crashes and the way you examine them than I do. And so I'm going to stick simply to the speculation which has riddled newspapers this morning, particularly from the Eastern Bloc. And this is about the Azerbaijan Airlines Embraer 190 en route from Baku to Grozny, which now is confirmed to have caused 38 casualties, fatalities, and 29 survivors, some of whom walked from the plane, which seems to have split in half. The crash, which occurred near Aktau in Kazakhstan, has sparked a flurry of speculation and investigation, with conflicting narratives and global undertones adding layers of complexity and speculation. Initially, this was reported as an emergency landing attempt. The crash followed deviations from the intended flight path because of fog in Grozny, and survivors describe an explosion mid-flight, contradicting the Russian aviator regulators' preliminary explanation of a bird strike. And videos of the wreckage show the aircraft breaking apart upon impact, with the tail section bearing damage reminiscent of missile strikes. And apparently, emergency services acted swiftly, extinguishing the fire, treating survivors, while Azerbaijan declared a day of mourning. But the event's proximity to Grozny, a specific strategic hub for the Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov's loyal troops, has fueled theories of military involvement. Russia's Federal Air Transport Agency attributes the crash to a bird strike compounded by poor weather, and that this forced the plane to divert to Aktau. But the theories face scrutiny given survivor accounts of an explosion. Reports from independent media and Azerbaijani outlets suggest the possibility of a Russian surface-to-air missile, and photos of the wreckage reportedly show damage consistent with missile impact, and the crash occurred against a backdrop of drone activity in Chechnya earlier that day, and no doubt this is something we'll discuss later. Speculation around oxygen tank explosions or GPS jamming, common in regions of heightened military tension, further complicate the narrative. Grozny, which is a focal point of Russian-Chechen tensions, serves as a base for Kadyrov's forces and raises questions about the presence and the use of air defense systems, and the failure to close airspace over such a sensitive region points to potential negligence or miscommunication. The incident also underscores vulnerabilities in civil aviation intersecting with military operations and in places where military operations are taking place. The crash highlights the fragile interplay of aviation safety, global politics, regional instability, and the Brazilian-made aircraft is generally regarded as reliable, shifting attention to external factors like GPS interference or missile threats themselves. The investigation that's now starting, involving Kazakh, Azerbaijani and Russian authorities, is expected to hinge on the black box data, which could either confirm or dispel suspicions of missile involvement. For Azerbaijan, the tragedy raises questions about its national airline safety protocols and the routes that it takes through volatile regions. And for Russia, the crash could ignite scrutiny of its military practices and accountability. More broadly, the incident serves as a grim reminder of the risks to civil aviation in politically charged airspaces. And as investigations unfold, the Azerbaijan Airlines crash becomes a case study in the dangers of overlapping civilian and military domains, whether due to human error, technical failure, or the global tensions between Russia and Ukraine. The loss of life demands a thorough, transparent inquiry. For now, the crash remains a haunting example of how aviation tragedies intersect with the volatile dynamics of the modern global crisis, and further suggests the problems that Russia is creating for itself and for the region, for the people who live and work in that region. And the longer this war goes on, the more tragedies seem to be linked to it. But as I say, I'll be talking to Tim Atkinson later on today, I hope, and we'll look at the aviation issues and speculate as much as is possible. At the moment, what I've said this morning is based very much on the speculation which is coming out of particularly Eastern European newspapers. As far as I know, there's not a lot of speculation in the British press about this, which may suggest that the speculation is ill-informed, but it is nevertheless there, and I'm bringing it to you.